Good morning and welcome to Coffee Club. My name is Abby Smith. I'm running for mayor of Kokomo, and this is a weekly video series where I answer a personal question and a policy question, and we have coffee. I have my Abby for Mayor mug today. You can have one too if you would like it. We'll put a link in the video, but I have something called an Abby store now. So if you would like a coffee mug, I would love for you to have one. You can drink it or use it the next time we have coffee together. Anyway, so the personal question today, excuse me, comes from an awesome friend and volunteer named Andrea. Andrea, thank you so much for all your work with the campaign. But because she's worked with the campaign, she's noticed that I use and am very devoted to an organizational system called GTD. So it stands for Getting Things Done. And just since we've been working together, she thought it was interesting and thought maybe people would want to know a little bit about it. So I love sharing GTD with people. It has absolutely changed my life, and so I always get a hard time from my husband for oversharing about GTD, but I'll give you a little taste and then we'll put a link so that you can figure it out for yourself. But basically, if you're anything like me, you have a lot going on in your life. So you know, I'm a mother of two. One of them is in middle school. That's when all the activities go nuts. And so, you know, I've got two little people's schedules to manage. I have my own schedule to manage. I also work full time, and I'm the CEO of that. So that means I have to work in partnership with all of those employees and figure out how to ensure that the things that they're supposed to do get done without micromanaging, and that requires communication. And then I work for nonprofits, so I'm on leave right now, but with a nonprofit you have a board of directors, and so you have to always make sure that they have the information that they need, and so that requires a lot of back and forth. Plus, I have a family and I have friends, so I keep track of birthdays and which holidays am I hosting, and just everything that comes with having family and friends, good and bad. And then I have a husband, so that not only is that another person in my life who I want to make sure I don't disappoint and get good communication with him, but we are partners in this, and so we have to work together to make everything work, and he works full time too. So I say all of that just to say, people's lives are very, very busy, especially I think in the modern era when we're always available for people. We can text and make videos and have virtual coffee together. But it basically operates in that, we want to think about the appropriate things at the time that we can do something about it. So if you've ever experienced where, like you're in the shower and you think about something that you remember you have to do it, but you can't do it because you're stuck in the shower, if that's ever happened to you, this is a good philosophy for you. So your brain is like a computer. You can, on the screen, think and toggle back and forth one or two conscious thoughts, two or three conscious thoughts at the same time, just like two or three open windows on a computer screen. But really what's going on in the background is what's making everything work. So your brain has all of these processes and thoughts that are running even if you're not thinking about them, just like your computer does. And when your computer gets bogged down, it has too many tabs open, too many programs running, it gets slow, it works harder, and it just doesn't work as well, and eventually it shuts down. Brain is the same way. So I found this book called Getting Things Done that helps you figure out how to manage all of that back and forth and close those loops, close those programs, and it makes you feel a lot better. You can get a lot more things done with a lot less stress, and it seems like you're kind of over planning, but everybody knows work the plan, plan the work the plan. And so that that with project plans as a part of this system, it really does make my life a lot easier. And I'm a busy person just like you, so I highly recommend. If you want to read Getting Things Done, please do. That's the organizational system that I use, and I believe in it. So the policy question, also kind of related, it's about quality of life and what would make Kokomo a great place to live and work. And for me, my husband and I chose to live and work here and raise our family here. And for us, the very first reason is the people. So that might sound cliche, but it's really not. Like a place is only as good as the people who are there. And right from the moment that we moved, people were so nice, so welcoming, and then we had a flood 60 days after I started working at United Way. And so you get to know people very, very quickly, and you get to see the character of a person when they are mucking out someone else's house, whether they're neighbors or complete strangers. People were willing to help in lots and lots of different ways. And getting to see that firsthand and getting to watch people say yes when you ask them to help is a pretty amazing experience. And so I think aside from that caring spirit and willingness to help, I think that the people in Kokomo are very humble, they're very hardworking, and kind of no muss, no fuss, let's just get the job done. And because of that, I think they deserve everything. I think they deserve an amazing community. They deserve a city that operates in service to them, and so that's what I think can really make this place the best place to live and work. Is if we have a city government whose mindset is service to the people who live here, how can we make lives better? Whether that is just making good on executing city services like trash pickup and recycling, or alleys, or filling potholes, that this is the job of a city government. So being happy and willing to help and work on those projects and make them work really well so that you can live your life and all the busy things that you have to do, so you can live that as easily as possible, and then spend your quality time, the stuff that makes your family closer, that you can spend that time not worrying about all of those things that I just mentioned. But I think also aside from just just making good on city services, we also could kind of leverage and take to the next step some of the amenities that we have seen in the last few years. So as an example only, because this would be true of any neighborhood in Kokomo, I live on the south side, and I live really close to Jackson Morrow Park, and I like to walk, I like to jog, or at least I used to, and I know my kids like to play in the park, they like to ride their bikes, and I would love to go there more often, but the reality is my neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks, and it doesn't have a safe way to get from where we are to Jackson Morrow Park, and so the reality is we don't go as often as we would. And so I think that's really true of a lot of people in a lot of neighborhoods connecting to a lot of parks or other gathering places, is that they just don't feel like they're connected to that, or they don't have a safe way to get there. So I think one of the things that we could do to make Kokomo even better is to connect the places that we already have with the places where people live. Not everybody has access to a car, and so we need to make sure that even if there's no automobile transportation, that you can still use all of those amenities, still get to school, and then and get to work, and get to quality time places, gathering places, easily and safely. So that's what I think. I also would love to see a splash pad at Jackson Morrow Park. So that's just an idea, but I think it would get a lot of use, and I think if we look at which parks get the most use and what could we do there to kind of make each one special, so it's kind of a destination, and then connect it to the neighborhood that's around it. These are the things that make lives nice, right? We, like I said, the people of Kokomo work really hard, and they deserve nice things. They deserve nice things to do that are affordable in their time off. So, GTD, we'll get you the link on that. I would love to get everybody using that system, although I don't think that's going to happen. I can't even get my husband to do it, but highly recommend. And then the thing that I think makes Kokomo the most special is the people that live here, that have your back if you need them. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you out and about. I have a very busy week with lots of events going on, so I'm sure I will see many of you out and about. If you want to volunteer, we would love volunteers, and don't forget, if you want an Abby mug, it can be yours. Thanks. Have a great week.